Hey Algebra 2! Today we're going to briefly discuss Chapter 2.5, which is correlation and best fitting lines. To start out with, we're going to talk about correlation, and before we can talk about correlation, we need the definition of a scatter plot. So the scatter plot is a graph showing interrelationships between paired data. In other words, it's you graph all your ordered pairs, and you look for trends. So here on the first one, the trends are going up. Okay, and up to the right. And so this is really based off its slope. So a line that goes up to the right has a positive slope. So that's a positive correlation. In other words, too, both quantities are increasing. So, like the more hours you work, the more money you make. Okay, as X increases, Y is increasing. That gets you that up in the right direction. The second one here, if we kind of look, we're trending down. So going down from the left to the right. So that's going to be a negative correlation. And a negative correlation is, as X increases, because X always is increasing, as X increases, Y decreases. So an example of here might be, let's just say, as X increases, Y decreases. But an example would be the faster you go, the less time it takes to get there. So if X is time and if X is speed and Y is time, the faster you're going, the less time it takes to get there. Now, obviously those points wouldn't be for time, but there we go. And our third option is just going to be that there's no correlation at all. Right? It's just jumbled mess, and then we say there's relatively no correlation. So that might be like, what type of cereal did you eat this morning as to what grade did you get on your test? They're probably not correlated. So here's an example of describing a correlation. So we have snowboarding competition, and we have years on the x-axis and participants on the y-axis. And if we look here, notice that the trend kind of is going up. Right, if I drew a line going through that data. So this has a positive correlation, and we want to describe the correlation. And to describe the correlation, we would say, as time increases, and you could also say, like, as the years go by, okay, the number of participants, we're going to be kind of specific here, the number of participants in snowboarding competitions increases. So I do not just want you to say as X increases, Y increases. So specifically as the time increases, because here we have time, or as the years increase, something like that, the number of snowboarding participants, or number of participants in snowboarding competitions, increases. The last thing we're going to talk about today is a line of best fit. And we're not technically going to do a complete problem here in the video just because they take a while to do. But I really want you to get your directions down, and then we'll do this in class. So line of best fit, first of all, is used to approximate data or estimate something. This is not an exact science here. Okay, this line is not, the future. Okay, but how do we use a line of best fit to approximate something? So first of all, you need a scatter plot. So over here to the right, we have households with cable television is our title there, and on the x-axis we have the years. Okay, y-axis we have percentages of households with cable TV, and we took our data set and we went ahead and plotted it. So just the points, ignoring the line right now, we plotted our points. What you're going to do then with a straight edge, do not do this freehand, you must use a straight edge. You're going to sketch in the line of best fit. Now, that is the line that you think trends with the data the best. So probably not that line, probably not that line, definitely not that line. You have to trend with the data. Okay, so the one that's drawn in there looks really good. What you're then going to do is you're going to choose 2 points that are on the line, because we are writing an equation for the line. So your points must be on the line. Now notice, none of the points plotted were on the line, and that's okay. So we're going to just zoom in here and find some points. So maybe that point looks good, right there where it crosses the grid. And that point looks good. Okay. There might be multiple options, but that one right there looks good. You need to find the best points to use to write your equation of your line. After that, we're going to write the equation using those 2 points. So that goes back to a previous lesson. If you have 2 points, first of all, you're going to find the slope, and then you're going to write your equation. So I'll give you a heads up on some directions. In 2.5, if the directions say approximate the best fitting line, what that means, we'll do also known as find the equation of the line. Okay, don't just draw in the line, you need to write the equation of the line. Okay, we will do this in class. Let me know if you have any questions before then, and have a good day.